Hey everyone, welcome back to Trending Screen. If you're a K-drama fanatic, or just looking for some heart-fluttering romance, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the top 13 Korean romantic dramas that you absolutely cannot miss in 2023. From epic historical tales to heartwarming modern love stories, we've got it all covered. But before we get into it, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, so you never miss out on the latest K-drama recommendations. Number 13. Doona, set during the 1920s Japanese occupation. This Korean drama follows a group of exiles who fight to save their homeland when all seems lost. A story of hope in the face of fear. Song of the Bandits feels epic from minute one, with director Hwang Jun-hyuk pulling out all the stops to bring an eye-catching sense of scope to the small screen. A tale with both heart and soul, Song of the Bandits comfortably excels as both an informative period piece and a dramatic western, with its pace neatly building as tension rises and explodes into impressive action sequences. Heartfelt and powerful, this multi-genre experience is not to be missed. Number 12. Chocolate. Chocolate, a captivating romance out of South Korea, marks a reunion of writer Lee Kyung-hee and director Lee Hyung-min after their first collaboration on the hit series I'm Sorry, I Love You. The story follows a young neurosurgeon named Lee Kang, Yoon Kai-sang, who abandoned his childhood dreams of being a chef but rediscovers his passion for cooking when he reunites with Moon Cha-young, Ha Ji-won, a famous chef he inspired to dive into the culinary arts many years before. The fact the series is a reunion for the creatives oozes onto the screen, as the show illustrates the ways that time changes us into completely different versions of ourselves. But gives us hope that our passions can heal the wounds that time has inflicted. Number 11. 2521. Chronicling the romantic ups and downs of 5 characters. From 1998 to 2021, 2521 is one of the most popular K-dramas on screen, with fans including K-pop stars like BTS Jungkook and Blackpink's Lisa. In the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, the show follows Kim Min-chae Choi Myung-bin, the daughter of a retired professional fencer, Na-hee-do Kim Tae-ri, as she reads her mom's old diary and learns more about her past. In 1998, Hee-do was a member of her high school fencing team, but after the fallout of the 1997 IMF financial crisis, the team loses its funding. In order to pursue her fencing dream, Hee-do must transfer schools and navigate tough competition. Along the way, Hee-do meets the handsome, hard-working news vendor Baek Yi-jin Nam Joo-hyuk, who tries to get his life back together after the financial crisis left his family bankrupt. Heartfelt, nostalgic, and well-acted. It's no surprise that this series has so many devoted fans begging for season 2. If you're looking for a romantic drama that feels like chicken noodle soup for the soul, look no further than 2521. Number 10. The Fabulous. If you enjoy shows following the struggles of young professionals, like The Bold Type or Emily in Paris, then The Fabulous needs to move to the top of your list. This South Korean romantic drama following for best friends trying to navigate careers in the fashion industry is not just a spectacle of spectacular clothing and wild dance parties. Though it has that in spades, it's also a lighthearted showcase of what it's like to pursue your dreams before even knowing who you really are. Through all the turbulent drama, the anchor that keeps the audience firmly planted in their seats is the enchanting dynamic between the four leads, Choi Min-ho, Chai Soo-bin, Lee Sang-woon, and Park Hee-young. Number 9. Summer Strike. Summer Strike is a romantic drama adapted from a webtoon by Joo Young-hyun. Summer Strike focuses on a couple of 20-somethings finding themselves starting over in the small seaside town of Onggok. In Summer Strike, Kim Seol-hyun plays Lee Yeo-ryum, a heartbroken young woman who leaves the big city for a small town after both a breakup and the death of her mother. Starring opposite Seol-hyun is Im Si-won, who co-stars as the local librarian seeking escape. Summer Strike allows these young people to explore their quarter-life crisis together, uncovering their true nature, individual passions, and potentially more. Number 8. It's Okay Not to Be Okay. This Tim Burton-esque twisted fairy tale is one of the best romantic K-dramas on Netflix, although some of its themes may be hard to watch. The unfolding mysteries and blossoming relationships will have you invested from the jump. The story follows an antisocial children's book author, Ko Manyang Seo Ye Ji, and a hospice caretaker, Moon Gangtae Kim Soo-hyun, crossing paths when her book reading goes awry. At the mental hospital he works at, their lives change forever and for the better. Gangtae saves her life when an unstable patient tries to kill her and prevents her from attacking the patient. Manyang, intrigued by Gangtae's empathy for even the most undeserving and his ability to see through her standoffish behavior for what it really is, hires Gangtae to be her safety pin in order to protect her from her worst impulses. Gangtae moves into Manyang's gothic mansion, along with his autistic brother, Sangtae Oh Youngse, who's a big fan of Manyang's books and harbors big dreams of becoming an illustrator. With the help of Manyang, Sangtae is able to flourish creatively. Gangtae, on the other hand, learns how to let others take care of him, relinquish control over his emotions, and most of all, allow himself to fall in love. Number 7. Crash Landing on You. While a mysterious tornado blows heiress Yoon Se-ri's son Yi-jin paragliding off course, she accidentally crashes into a tree on the North Korean side of the DMZ. Ri Jang-hyuk Bin, a captain of the Korean People's Army and a member of the North Korean elite, finds her while on patrol and saves her life. While developing a plan to help Se-ri get back home to South Korea, Jang Hyuk hides her from his fellow North Koreans like Cho Chil-gang Oh Man-seok, a corrupt officer from the State Security Department intent on exposing Jang Hyuk. Meanwhile, in Seoul, Se-ri's family hasn't announced her disappearance, and her envious brothers conspire to steal her spot as next in the line of succession to lead their father's company. Meanwhile, Se-ri and Jang Hyuk's feelings for each other grow as they spend time together. However, with all the external forces threatening to tear them apart, will these two star-crossed lovers go the distance? Watch this hilarious romantic comedy if you're in the mood for something silly and sweet. Number 6. Love Alarm. If you're looking for something bananas, this drama is for you. Based on the popular webtoon by the same name, Love Alarm follows the life of a high school girl, Kim Jojo Kim So-hyun, who has to navigate the social status quo amidst not only an influx of teenage hormones, but also the popularity of a mobile app that can notify users whether someone in their vicinity has romantic feelings for them. The app can reveal how many people are into you, but doesn't reveal their identities. This leads to plenty of confusion and chaos for Jojo, who has caught the eye of one of the most eligible boys at school, Lee Hae-young Yoon-garam, the best friend of the wealthy Hwang Sun-oh Song-kang. Sun-oh knows that Hae-young likes Jojo, but in an experiment to see if his feelings are true, he kisses her in front of him to gauge his reaction. Jojo's love alarm goes off, and the messiest love triangles in K-drama history go off with a bang. Love Alarm was one of the first Korean series to be picked up by Netflix. After the first season dropped on Netflix on August 22, 2019, it was ranked as one of Netflix's top releases and renewed for a second season a few months later. Season 2 was released on March 12, 2021, and Love Alarm went on to become one most watched K-dramas on Netflix that year. Number 5. Crash Course in Romance. One of the highest rated dramas in Korean television history, Crash Course in Romance follows Banshin shop owner Nam Hang-seon Jeon Do-yeon as she tries to help her daughter Hae-ro Yoon Seo navigate Korea's notoriously difficult college entrance exams. She enlists the help of a regular customer, Choi Ka-il Young Kyung-ho, to secretly tutor her daughter. He's a popular math teacher at the local private school, Pride Academy, but there's more to Ka-il than what meets the eye. Ka-il struggles with an eating disorder, but with the help of Hang-seon's delicious food, he can take better care of himself and focus on his work. In exchange for his tutoring lessons, Hang-seon provides Ka-il 3 meals a day, and a tenuous bond emerges from there. Number 4. Cinderella and the Four Night Cell. After high school senior Yoon Ha-won Park So-dam loses her mother in a car accident and her father's new wife steals the money. Her parents had saved for her tuition. Hawon has to take on part-time jobs in order to pay for her mother's memorial and her incoming college tuition. One day, Hawon has a chance encounter with a rich corporate chairman who offers her a job looking after his 3 grandsons at his grand mansion. The one caveat being that she has to move in. The King cousins are every bit as intriguing and enthralling as she might have imagined. There's arrogant playboy Hyungmin and Jae Hyun, charismatic singer-songwriter Seo Woo Lee Youngshin, and last but not least, the rebellious Jiwoon Young Il Woo, with whom Hawon shares a secret past, based on the web novel of the same name. Cinderella and the Four Knights has had quite the following over the years, and remains one of the most highly watched Netflix K-dramas. Number 3. Boys Over Flowers. It doesn't get more iconic than this one. Often regarded as one of the pioneers of the Korean wave, Boys Over Flowers is a must-watch for anyone interested in the OG drama that started it all. Based on the Japanese manga series of the same name, the show follows GM Jande Koo Hae-sun after she stands up against F4, a group of privileged heirs, when they attempt to bully a boy to his death. She receives a scholarship to the prestigious school they attend, Shinhwa High School, when she is lauded as a hero in the local newspapers. As soon as she steps on campus, Jande finds that her classmates are totally obsessed with the F for boys, consisting of the hot-tempered Gu Junpyo Lee Min-ho, musician Yoon Ji-hoo Kim Hyun-jung, and womanizer So Yi-young Kim Bum. The more she resists the pull of F4, the faster Jande finds herself tangled in a complicated love quadrangle with the boys. Number 2. Romance is a Bonus Book. In this sweet K-drama, former childhood friends Cha Yoon-ho Lee Jong-suk and Kang Dan-I Lee Na-young reconnect and learn to lean on each other years after Dan-I's marriage to an unkind man strained their friendship. Years later, after her husband cheated on her, a newly divorced Dan-I has to hustle to make ends meet to provide for her daughter. Meanwhile, Yoon-ho is enjoying a successful career as the editor-in-chief of a publishing company, the company where Dan-I ends up getting a temp position, although he's initially unsure whether she'd fit into the company culture. Dan-I's creativity pleasantly surprises him and his fellow senior executives as the two continue to work beside each other. Yoon-ho's long dormant feelings bubble up to the surface and Dan-I begins to feel a spark with him that she didn't before. This romance is sure to satisfy anyone in dire need of a delectable slow burn. With Yoon-ho and Dan-I's history, their eventual union is nothing short of fireworks. Number 1. Nevertheless. The second series on this list starring the beloved Song Kang, Nevertheless was an instant hit with audiences worldwide. Fresh off a rough breakup, art student Yunabai Han So-hee has turned into a cynic who no longer believes in love. But when she meets the intoxicating Park Jae-in Song Kang, she's unable to resist his magnetic pull and flirtatious charm. An emotionally unavailable commitment phobia in his own right, Jae-in isn't interested in a relationship. He's there for a good time, not a long time. The pair embark on a tentative friends with benefits relationship. Both help each other heal from their pasts and fall for each other the more they get to know each other. And that concludes our list of the top K-dramas you need to binge watch. Which one are you excited to watch or have you already seen? Let us know in the comments below if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow K-drama enthusiasts, and subscribe for more exciting content. Until next time, happy watching!